Hi guys, welcome to the Willow Show. Hi, my name is Willow and this is my show. And today's topic deals with the topic of spirituality. Please forgive me and my special guest for our appearance because we look hurt and broken. We look really tore up. So that's why we're wearing glasses and covering ourselves. Well, today my special guest here is Miss Sakaya Julia, and she's just one of the many people that I know who are spiritual, and I just want to enlighten everyone out there about spirituality and what it means to be a spiritual person. Well, thank you so much for coming on to my show. It means so much to me that you can come here and actually sit with us and just talk about being a Native American spiritual worker. I myself am a spiritual worker. I am a neo-paganist, which means I'm not Wiccan, I'm not anything other than what I choose to be. And I do things in my own way. And just, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And
it's a great honor, especially to sit next to you.
Oh, you're so sweet. But seriously, how did you know that you were a spiritual worker? Like, when did you know exactly that you were something abnormally different?
When I was 5 years old.
Okay. You're 5 years old. And anything else? Like, anything else?
When I was 5, I started seeing things.
Oh, wow.
I started seeing shadows. I started seeing spirits, dark and light spirits. And I just started having a lot of intuition and knowing. And I mean very deep intuition and knowing.
Well, I understand how it feels to be a person of clairvoyance where we see things, events, dead people who passed on, and just some of my experiences are, I'm pretty sure are very different from yours. And one thing that happened with me when I was young was that I'll have someone, it's like a random thought in my head where I feel like someone else is talking to me with my voice, and they'll tell me not to, or they'll tell me not to do something or to do something. But for you, how's it different? How does that work for you? How do they contact and speak with you?
Mine just comes very naturally. Anyone that I will see, I can see them walking a block away, and I already see their aura. I already see what's taking place in their life. I already see what's walking next to them. I already see one that's deceased, someone who wants to communicate with them. I see and I hear a lot of things that come to me from the Great Spirit, and it's something that it really cannot be abused. You know, it's something you have to. Really
I would like to rephrase that little
value.
statement. That's something that you said. It really cannot be abused. FYI out there are a lot of us out there, spiritual people who have the gift and who have ways of being in contact with the spiritual world or deities, goddesses, or whatever you may want to call that spirit. Don't abuse it because it's not cute. From one spiritual person to another, because to see that harm and that pain inflicted on someone else, it not only hurts me as a spiritual worker, but it also hurts me as a person. And I've learned that valuable lesson from an Ochun child. I'm sorry, you can go. But as a spiritual worker, as a person who heals people, who helps people get over things that they secretly don't want everyone else to know, how does that affect you in your everyday life, being that person who knows things that people don't want to know? How's it having friends or just knowing people who know you have this gift?
Well, for me, it's been like a difficult journey and a rough journey, but I've enjoyed every journey and every aspect of it. It makes me very happy. A lot of people accept it, a lot of people don't. A lot of people, it's a lot of enviness and jealousy.
There's so much envy within our community as spiritual workers, and I just want to point out there to the crowd, to my viewers, that there's a big difference, but a thin line between religion and spirituality. And there are a lot of people who will envy us because we have such an amazing talent. I don't want to say gift, because I feel that a lot of people can access what we do. It's just that when we were born, we already accessed it. You know what I mean? Also,
Yeah, it was brought down to our forefathers, to our great ancestors. It was given to us from the great, Creator, and from our ancestors, who were very powerful people and who has really struggled and been through so much for us that we have to guide and we have to lead the way for them and stand up for them.
And as a spiritual person, I just want to point out, it tends to be somewhat difficult for us to have friends, or just to tell the difference between friends and associates. And acquaintances as well. Thank you so much. Like, we have friends or associates that we have in common. Names shall not be thrown out. But it seems as if, when I was younger, I always had people always tell me, they'd throw out their hand and be like, tell me what you see, tell me what you see. And I had to learn at just recently that I should start charging. Because what happens is I help them and they become very ungrateful half of the time.
And they take advantage.
And they take advantage and abuse us. Even though we know that they're doing it, we also do it because what if that information that they want or need can actually help them? It might even be something stupid as, well, is she cheating on me? Or does he like me? You don't know what a person's dealing with internally. Or a health issue. I mean, I've had a girl in high school come up to me, bawling. She's like, oh my God, you're that person that can see stuff. Oh my God, please tell me this. What's going on? And that going on with me and my boyfriend is like, I'm like, okay. She was like, I'll pay you whatever. And that's the first time that I ever like really just felt like, wow, someone's really depending on me. Someone actually needs my help as a person. And just ever since that day, I've learned that because of my spirits and just because of what I do and the knowledge that I take in, that we give so much good advice that half the time we don't even see
the gratitude.
Our answers are in front of us.
Yes. It's the gratitude, it's so much that we do, and I mean we both do, on my part, on your part. We do so much, and we do so much from our heart, so much from our spirit, so much from our goodness, and people do take advantage of it. I do, work with people that their loved ones have deceased, that have passed, and I see them, they come to me, they speak with me, and I translate what the deceased person would like for me to say to their loved ones, their mothers, their grandmothers.
So go out there,
sisters,
so what
brothers.
you're telling me that it's what we would like to let you viewers know, it is very possible to have deceased people, their energy, that spirit come to us. We just want to let you know, it's not, all of us are not crazy. It's not all up in our heads. Just to let you know that as children, we feel so much, and it hurts me as an individual sometimes to know that people actually think that I was crazy, and I had people walk away from me or tell me I was going to burn in hell because of what I do, and oh, Jesus doesn't like it. But then again, I mean, if that was true, I wouldn't be blessed with these gifts.
Exactly, and it's not that, it's certain ones are just born with that gift. The Great Spirit knows who are His children and who He is going to use to pass on the word and to finish doing the work of their forefathers, of their ancestors.
Also, Ms. Shakaya, I have another question for you. A lot of times, a lot of spiritual people feel that their gift is too much for them. As an individual, because I know sometimes I don't regret saying this, but I sometimes feel bad saying what I'm about to say. Sometimes I blame my gifts for the troubles that I have in my life, emotionally and mentally. But as an individual yourself, do you sometimes wish that you haven't had this gift?
No, I would do it all over again. Because if this is from the Creator, and this is what I am meant to do, and this is what I'm here for, to help others, you know what? I'm all for it, because I understand of it. I am of an Apache Taino culture, okay, of my Native American people. I stand for my nations, of all tribes.
And as an individual